Hey guys, what's going on? It's RS here, and this is going to be a video showing you guys and testing the Superior Zuriel staff. Now this staff came out with Bounty Hunter and is upgradable with a Ancient Warriors equipment patch. The patch itself costs around 9 mil to 15.5 mil depending on the time of day, and the staff costs 10 mil. Now the staff is a tier 88 staff. Now if you go look at the stats, it has a 3,555 accuracy with Tectonic, Amulet of Souls, Tokar Cape, Death Touch Bracelet, and a 2,987 damage. If we drink an Overload, that goes to 4,169 accuracy along with 3,095 damage. Now this is comparable to the following weapons: a NOXIOUS staff which is a tier 90, which is an accuracy of 2,458. Let's equip this really quickly. So you can see there's a slight difference of 4,284 accuracy along with 3,140 damage. We're going to re-equip the staff and show you the damage is not, and accuracy is not significant. There's not a significant difference really. There's about a 120 accuracy and about an 80 difference in damage. So the difference is really not that big. It can also be compared to the Obliteration staff, which is buyable for the Bounty Hunter shop. The shop sells it for in the 30,000s of points, which you can also buy off the Grand Exchange. Currently, I think the staff is going for around 150 mil. It's more than a tier 90 NOXIOUS staff because it's newer to the game. There's not very many of them in the game because not many people have that many Bounty Hunter points. So there's not that many in the game right now. So I don't recommend buying the Obliteration, but it is much worse than it. With an Overload, its accuracy is in the 4,120, and the damage is 3,073. So there is a small difference because the level 87 and a level 88. There's a 1 difference between the two staffs. Now another staff it could be compared to, but I really wouldn't compare it to, is the staff of Sliske. It's an accuracy of 2,577. It's a tier 92. I don't have the staff because the staff is ridiculously expensive and I don't have the money to afford that. My current wealth is like in the 300 mil range. I can't afford that crap. So I'm only going to be showing you the difference between a NOXIOUS staff and the staff of Zuriel's. Sorry, the Superior Zuriel staff. So let's dispense this melee. Maybe weak to fire. And we'll have it the same as me. Alright, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about the special attack that the staff has. So the Superior Zuriel staff has a special attack called Myasmic barrage. It uses 100% adrenaline when used. It deals 200% weapon damage and it reduces the attack speed by 1 game tick for a duration of 15 seconds. So what happens is when you get 100% adrenaline, which let me get here really quickly, it's also, the damage is stackable with Sunshine. So we'll do Sunshine, we'll hurry up and get 100% adrenaline here really quickly. And so once we get 100% adrenaline, when we cast Myasmic Blast, it will deal damage based upon 200% of the staff's damage. So stackable with what makes this 50% difference, so it should be a little high. It'll be 50% higher. So let's go ahead and go here, do this. It hit an 8k and it lowers the attack by 1 game tick. It slows down by 1 game tick for a whole 15 seconds. You may say that might not sound very useful, but I'll show you with other bosses how it can be a little useful. Alright, so let's now use the NOXIOUS staff. We're seeing how it's hitting its dealing pretty good damage. I mean, wild magic, you're hitting a little there. It's not too bad. So now let's go for a noxious staff. Obviously it's dealing more, it's going to deal more damage because it's a tier 90 and that's a tier 88. So let's go ahead and sunshine so you can just see a little DPS rotation here. The only really difference between the staffs I can see is I've used them both on here before I made the video. The only real difference in DPS that I see between the two is they have a different special attack, and the Noxious staff does about 4,000 more DPS per minute, which isn't that big of a deal unless you're doing Telos in the high-end rages, which there you're using Seismics anyways, or if you're rich enough you're using Staphys Liske. So really it doesn't, there's not a huge difference besides the price, and the price is a huge difference as the staff costs around 25 mil and this is 139 mil, so you're saving a lot of money by buying the Noxious staff. So this will be the only time I'm going to show you a review of the Noxious staff versus this when I'm doing the two bosses I'm going to do, which I'm going to be doing Araxxi and Telos to show you the difference between the weapons. So I will be doing a Araxxi kill next, and you will be seeing me going into the kill and doing some on Araxxi. Then I will show you the full Araxxi, and I will talk over both of the clips instead of recording live commentary because my live commentary is horrible as you're seeing now. So I'll see you in those next clips. Alright guys, so right now I'm killing Araxxi, and you're seeing it on the screen right now. I'm recording this audio after I did this. So what I forgot to talk about during this was that when I do Telos, the reason I'm going to do Telos and Araxxi is because maging Araxxi gives you a better chance at getting a Fang, which is the part of, this is the part that you use to make the scythe, which is worth the most money. So really you'd rather get that than a web or an eye, and actually you'd rather get a leg piece than a web or an eye. So, and I'm also going to do Telos because a lot of people use mage at Telos, and I'm starting to use a Noxious staff instead of using Seismics. So I'm really thinking that this staff could be an alternative. Then I could sell this staff, I could sell my Noxious staff, and I could invest that into more of a weapon that I need, like a scythe or something. So I'm really thinking this weapon could be really useful in the long run. And also, I'm probably just going to play the loot. I'll probably have voice over that. So this clip right here will just be simply this. So here we're getting to the loot. Well, not really the loot, but to the final phase of Araxxi. This is where I'm going to do the spec at. So right now what you're going to see is me getting up to 100%, and then I do the special attack once I get to 100% here. I do the attack right now, which as you can see it does slow down the boss, because watch, when she pulls me in, the speed of where she pulls me in is the same, but her leg moves a tick slower, which gives me a chance to run away. The second time she does that, I do fail to dodge it, so you know, that's not as great as it could be, but you know, you take what you can get. Also, the loot is horrible, so I'm probably going to stop this clip about right here. So, you've seen how the special attack works. You don't really need to see any farther. The loot is horrendous, so you don't really need to see it. So, as I said, the next boss we are going to is going to be Telos. I'm going to do a quick kill, and I'll be back to you with the end of it. I'm probably not going to show you the last phase. I'm probably just going to do the kill and then tell you how it went and when I used the special attack, and if it fared any different than just the normal Noxious staff would have. So I will see you guys then. I'll also show you the loot because I hate when people do a testing video of a weapon and then they do it to the end of the boss and then they don't show the loot. I'm just like, hey man, I want to see that. But that's just me. So I'll see you guys in the next clip. Alright guys, so I can safely say here at the Telos, I'm not used to this boss very much anymore. I've not done a lot of kills here recently, so I'm gonna go ahead and tell you I didn't do very good here. This was just a solid 100% enrage kill, and I didn't do very good, and I forgot to record the loot, so I will show it to you. I did bank it because I'm not planning on coming back for another kill, so I didn't bother streaking it right now. But that was pretty bad, and I'm gonna go ahead and say the Myasmic barrage really helped me towards the end when I was really working. So when I was having to constantly make sure that my freedom and stuff was ready, the Myasmic barrage slowed the game tick down enough where it did save my life by me being able to freedom. It was one tick from being over, and the Myasmic barrage stopped him for one tick. So I'm going to say I kind of like the staff here. I didn't see much of a difference between the NOXIOUS staff. So really, you could swap either or, but seismics are the way to go here at this boss. 100% way to go, seismics. Also, runic accuracy aura. Always use that here. Never use penance aura. Extra accuracy is always loved. Alright guys, so this is going to be the end of the video. So here are my inventories, the loot from Telos. I got 119 Lantodimes, which is only 413k, so it's not the best drop, but it's not the worst drop. It paid for the amount of bruise and rocktails I used, so I'm okay with that. So in all around, I'm going to go ahead and say the staff is actually pretty good. It's about equal in all places to the NOXIOUS staff. Now, if you're going to be using it for Telos, I highly recommend you to probably use the NOXIOUS staff, because even those 2 levels, it makes a difference when you're on really high enrage. But if you're starting out Telos and you really want to get into some higher PVM, not just Telos, but Araxxi using Mage, or maybe Nex if you need a weapon for a swap. Say you have your Ascension crossbows and you're not buying an instance, you're going with a friend, you're just learning. Buy this staff. I mean, sure, it's not tradable after you do this. You can't make it tradable, but it's actually a really good buy for what it's worth. Just make sure you augment it, because if you don't augment it, you can't repair it. And it only comes with 100,000 charges. So after those 100,000 charges, it works the same way as a tier 90. You can level it up to level 10 again, and then you have to disassemble it. But for 25 mil for a NOXIOUS staff, basically, I'm going to say this is a really good staff. And any of you high tier PVMers, I recommend buying it, even if you don't use it a lot, because even just for Slayer, this weapon's not too bad. So it works the same way as a tier 90 in degradation. I didn't say that earlier, so I'm going to say it now. So if you enjoyed this video, let me know by leaving a like, comment if you think the staff's worth it, and tell me something I may have messed up in the video or missed out on testing the weapon, and I may retest it again on some different stuff if you guys want me to. And if you like these types of videos, subscribe, and I will be releasing a few more videos in the next month of the new weapons. I want to test out the Spirit Court by doing 100 kills with that spear, the Superior Vesta spear, and then use the Mizorari. And I want to see the difference in speed kills. I want to see how long it takes me to kill 100 and how long it takes to the other 100, banking included. So I'm looking forward to doing that, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all next time. Peace out.